Welcome back to the GSL Code A with Artosis and Wolf, the last Code A group.
The last Code A group.
2 spots are left. One is going to either Leenock or MyuNgSiK. I almost don't even care who, man. This is fantastic. I'm so happy we get one of these guys into Code S.
Yeah, and in our losers match, we have Emotion and Fantasy. One of those 2 players will be dropping down Artosis.
Yeah, likely Emotion, but let's see how his PVT is. You got to give him a shot at that. So, MyuNgSiK against Leenock. Oh my god, on Ultra Zeme. The king of Phoenixes. The Phoenix Master.
On the Air Toss map.
Against the most scrappy late game Zerg in the world. Like, Leenock can make things happen with no mining. Like, guys, we give him some queens and infestors and stuff, and magic occurs. Seriously. I don't know if you've been watching forever, but this is Leenock for you. So, oh, I'm getting chills. I'm so excited for this match on this map. Should take about 1,000,000 years.
Probably so.
You better go and grab a plate of nachos right now, heat up a cup of green tea. It is time for a match that should last, I would say, at least 45 minutes.
It should be a good one no matter how long it lasts. MyuNgSiK versus Leenock. One of these 2 players is going to Code S. It all starts here on Ultra Zeme Stronghold.
Here we go, Wolf. In the bottom left, the Phoenix Master.
MyuNgSiK.
Very colorful keyboard.
Really cool one. I like it.
Colorful hair. This guy's just all colorful in general. His opponent to the top left in blue.
Leenock.
Recently joined Yaoi Flash Wolves.
Yeah.
Stumbled over that one.
Quite a strong team.
Very cool shirt.
Lots of top Taiwanese, as well as himself and San.
Yep.
San really strong right now at StarCraft II.
They have a really good League of Legends team as well.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. You know, Taiwan actually has a very advanced esports scene. A lot of people don't know this because not a ton of people like Westerners watch. But like, I've been down there. I've visited their studio. They have like I've visited some of the pro facility type things, practice rooms at TT Esports and stuff like that, and it's real. It's real like Korea. They have team houses, they have salaries, it's on television, it's legit stuff. So it's cool to see them pick up a couple like fan favorite Koreans that are really strong and like sociable, and like I like it.
Well, they're really crazy down there about StarCraft.
Oh yeah,
and all other esports, but StarCraft is pretty
League
huge.
of Legends definitely quite big there. I've heard that, what is it, Taipei Assassins, I believe they're called.
Yeah.
One of the better were one of the better teams at one point.
Yeah, I
don't
haven't
really follow LoL that much. So.
I haven't followed LoL as closely this year as I did last year, but it seems like the team is still okay, but not on top like it was. That was a surprising victory for them as well. But anyway, going into this this match here, we have double hatch before pool this time for Leenock, and MyuNgSiK is actually putting a forge on the top, and
he's playing safe, really, really, really safe. His probe was down there to see if Zerglings were coming, because then he would run up and do a full wall if they were.
Yep.
And because the thing is with Leenock, he could do anything. Leenock is the type of guy that may, in fact, and look, he scouts this. I wish he would have put down another hatch instead of that pool. Probably is actually mathematically wrong to do, but like when you see this, you know you can't be hurt. But yeah, Leenock is the type of guy that can do anything, so it's okay for MyuNgSiK to open like this, especially considering his skill set. He should be one of the Protosses that seem invincible on this map.
Yeah. Now, do you think there's a high chance we see Phoenix's out of him?
I would say that if MyuNgSiK doesn't go Phoenixes, a body snatcher got him during the last match.
Okay.
It's the only way we don't see Phoenixes from him in this game at some point.
Well, since we saw him on camera, I guess we're going to see Phoenixes no matter what.
But a body snatcher, you know, they snatch your body.
What's a body? I'm like.
Oh yeah, this is like really old. They're aliens that come down and take control of your body.
Oh, okay. I always wondered what the body snatcher was, because people use this term, and I'm like, what? Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was like a kidnapping or something.
It was even for me. Like, I don't even know if I saw it, but I understand the reference and stuff. Like, if I did see it, I was a little kid and I got scared.
There's a Radiohead song called Body Snatchers. It's a good song.
It definitely has to do with the movie Body Snatchers.
I was just like, I don't know. It seems like
Radiohead is definitely old enough.
Kidnapping is like what came to mind, but Okay.
All right,
Well,
so
thank you for giving me that little lesson, Artosis.
You're welcome. Anytime. Look, already a Stargate. All right.
So clearly he's going to rush carriers.
Hey, you say that. We have
Seen a carrier already today by this player.
It's true.
It
I
was
really
clearly-
don't think he's going to rush carriers, but
It was the key to his victory against Fantasy. Without it, he would not have won.
Hey, to be fair about carriers, they have the highest damage per second in the game.
Yes. But
I think Marines with Stim might be higher, but other than that, it's, carriers pretty crazy for damage output.
well, Marines are kind of this... The thing about Marine is it's very similar to an Interceptor. Fast, you know, small unit, does a lot of damage, range damage.
Costs
quickly,
almost nothing.
Costs nothing and has...
You can build like 8 of them in like 2 seconds.
Has very few hit points.
Yeah.
So you could say that basically the carrier's a unit that spits out many Marines.
I
Fire at
suppose.
air and ground.
Just like the Marine. Hence Mini Marine.
Yeah. Well, this Overlord can't get any further away, so he's just going to die.
You should try harder. I'd get over there. I'd go right on to the next map.
You go through the invisible walls at the edge of the level.
Yeah. I show you that this is actually a donut, unlike Neo. All right, so we do have 3 gates being added and then a robo. So there, I guess there's like a slight possibility that we see him try to sneak a probe out and do a little bit of zealot harassment. I don't think we're going to see that, but he could. Get those gates at this speed.
I think he might.
Thing
Gates
is
going up
there's-
with Warp Gate Research and +1 finishing up right around now. Doesn't have anything to make a... I mean, he could do a Warp Prism, but like he doesn't have any pylons up to do any harassment right away.
20 Lings on the way, so if he were to do that, Leenock would actually gain quite an advantage. But Leenock right now realizes that, okay, either with this, you're going to go ahead and do an attack, or you're obviously more likely taking a 3rd base right now. So with this huge group of Speedlings, he's going to see if he can get down there and mess it up. But MyuNgSiK actually hasn't started it yet, so he's going to sit back for a moment, maybe get another warping round or so in, and then go for it.
I thought he was gonna, you know, get it right away, but he started his bait instead. It's like he has this star sense of. Actually, no, that's just a Phoenix Scout that he has.
It's called Phoenixes.
Yeah, so he saw those links and he was like, no, I'll wait till I have another warp in his zealots. These 2 sentries. Now he's got the Nexus to wall behind.
Yeah.
Ooh, and some hallucinated probes.
Okay. I love MyuNgSiK, man.
Hallucinated probes can't actually mine, right? Like,
No.
or even pretend to, right?
No, they can't pretend to mine.
I don't know what the story on those probes is, but
One of the worst hallucinations you can get.
one time on the ladder,
Yeah.
I'll tell you the story of like Diamond League Korean server. It was before there was a Master League. I was playing, and this guy hallucinated probe. Oh, he uses them to block. That's pretty cool. But it was a PvP where the whole map was like starting to get mined out, but there's one base left on the map, and he had this hallucinated probe line towards the base, and I went out to attack because I was like, oh, I can catch these probes, and that's when my army got out of position and he killed me.
Oh my god.
That happened to me.
Who was that?
I don't know. He was a Barco.
It was probably Seed. Most likely that was Seed. In fact, we're just going to revise your story. Anyone that hasn't heard it yet, tell them it was Seed, okay?
Okay. He'd probably use the ID Vengeance at the time when the lie was really confusing. Well, it looks like the next step for Leenock here is to go mutas. Well, I mean, I suppose this could also just be for corruptors.
Well, I mean,
Actually,
normally
yeah,
you go
no,
corruptors
yeah,
and mutas at once. you
Yeah,
know?
yeah. Well, he's going Swarmhouse first, like, so that's totally.
You don't see that too often on this map. A lot of people just prefer to skip Swarmhost altogether, but I would guess that he's going to go Corruptors then, if anything, out of there, because you don't go Muta Swarmhost.
Well, the thing is,
sometimes you do, but it's super late game.
He doesn't have the resources to make like a massive amount of mutas, and there are already so many Phoenixes on the map. Well, this Queen Assassination attempt looks like it will be thwarted. The Lings are taking a little bit of time to come back here. But this is a good choice because he knows the Lings are so close to his base, and it's going to take a while. Actually, he's just going to let it die. No. Whoa.
Queens are quick enough. Seems to be all right.
Queen,
but
like, go over there and grab that.
If they pick off a Spore Crawler, you can actually get in there and kill it off with the Phoenix. The Phoenixes, anyways.
That's a good position on the Zealots.
Getting as much damage done as they can. Okay, he actually canceled 3 of the Swarm Hosts. So he's actually just got 1. He's got it burrowed right here, which is going to, obviously MyuNgSiK looks at that and says, oh, Swarmos, okay, so might focus a little bit more heavily now on Colossus. That's
production.
probably what he wants him to do so that he can actually go mass Corruptor Muta. But actually, you know what? I think he's going to go into Ultras.
Well,
He just started 2-2 and started the Hive, and he doesn't have a single mute out yet, so it's like, if you're going to use that much gas right now on that, I think you're going Ultra first, and then probably mute out later.
Well, MyuNgSiK is going into carriers, obviously, with that Fleet Beacon.
I would love it. It's cool that he's getting the Fleet Beacon so quickly.
Well, that overcharge making those Corruptors stay away.
Quite a preemptive one.
Yeah. He's pretty concerned about it.
Obviously not going to want to attack in with anything at the moment.
No, not
This
with all
army-
those sentries there.
Yeah, like, Leenock can run around in the front as much as he wants, though, because MyuNgSiK does not want to move out quite yet.
What do you think about these? We see this every now and then. Actually, Leenock has done this a few times in the GSTL where you just make one swarm host. Do you think it's literally just there to fake?
Yeah, I think it's like just seeing a swarm host. People actually sometimes like ignore or underestimate what something like that can do to your brain. Because like there's so much automated in StarCraft, like especially with your feelings, like you see one swarm host, you see Locust one time, and that's on your mind the rest of the game because it's one of the most important things is to know when someone goes swarm host. So definitely something that can mess him up. You know, I think that is just there for this reason. You know, it's a little bit of defense, I guess, but obviously for the price, it doesn't make sense to make it for defense.
Yeah. I think it's just a fake.
Yeah, it's just like.
It's interesting to me though that he started a few and then canceled the rest.
Yeah, that part's a little bit more weird.
That makes it seem like a bit of indecision, right?
Maybe he was thinking there was going to be like a tech switch because it was hard to scout at that moment, like a tech switch into like a Blink Stalker attack, because then it would be like kind of okay. You're playing against Phoenix like Blink Stalker with +1 or +2, and then you know they don't really have detection most likely. Of course, that's not what's going on. Maybe he figured out, canceled, left one because he's like, whatever.
He has a second Spire. Did he also cancel the Spire? No, of course not. So he's just getting a second Spire, but he's not researching. Oh, okay. Sorry, that production tab just threw me off there. He's getting so many expensive upgrades all at once.
Yeah, getting his Ultras ready, getting the Greater Spire ready as well. It's a good choice.
Well, I mean, he's got a ton of larvae, 60 larvae. There's a mothership on the map, but that's probably not going to be too useful.
You know what is so awesome, Wolf? Look at the supplies and how Protoss is way higher. It's because Leenock is getting every upgrade, but he refuses to commit to what unit he wants to go until it's time to go.
It's too late, yeah.
Because like right now, look at what MyuNgSiK's army is. He's ready for Ultras and Broodlords right now. Neither have been made. There's no commitment, and Leenock may be able to figure out what
the best comp is to make to beat what the 200-200 army of MyuNgSiK is, because once you're 200-200 as a Protoss, you can't really just switch it.
Yeah, like MyuNgSiK, if he could have known that this was happening, if this is what Leenock was waiting for, it would be appropriate for him to walk across the map. Because like his army can't die to what Leenock has right now, but he can't find what the actual max of Leenock is. It's because Leenock hasn't maxed. He's going to get some infestors because no matter what it is, he wants some infestors. He needs the energy to build up, but as far as the actual units, no one knows right now.
Yeah, he has to wait.
Leenock doesn't know right now.
Yeah, he has to wait until the Protoss army is complete before he makes that decision.
Leenock has a good idea of what he wants to do, but
probably going to want some Vipers to help deal with these Tempests and also the Mothership, which is pretty rare to see in any matchup, but
well,
with
11 Corruptors and 9 Broods on the way. And you know what? This is a good choice, I would say. There's no Void Rays in there. So this one's fine. And with like Immortals in there and a decent-sized ground army, the Broodlords will do pretty well, right?
He's been scouted now.
There's only one Colossus, so the ground army just gets held back, which makes this mostly an air army, right? And that's 4 Phoenixes, 4 Tempests. It's like MyuNgSiK's army is not very impressive right now if you look at it. Not very impressive at all. Like sentries, you want 1. He has 4 or 5. And
he's got a lot of High Templar, but not enough. He's adding more Tempest, and the Tempest will be able to kill these Broodlords very quickly, but they have to stay back behind only 10 Stalkers. You know, these Phoenixes look like 1 or 2 should fall.
I agree with what you said earlier. He actually needs a couple Vipers. Like, he needs to yoink the Mothership. because the cloak is going to save everything on the ground from the Broodlords. You know, and you don't just fly Overseers in to die. So I would really like to see just like 1 or 2 Vipers. Probably 2 Vipers, because, hey, if you pull Tempest, that's awesome too.
You know, I think even like 3 could be okay.
Yeah,
he's actually going to lose a lot of Stalkers here, by the way, which is pretty painful. He doesn't have a lot of gas. Oh, that was a bit of a mistake. There are 4 DTs on the map.
I think he threw those away on purpose, now that I'm looking at it. Right? He wants... I think he's unhappy with the max that he has, because if we were talking about how it was a little bit weak earlier, like, what does 10 Stalkers really do for you here?
Not a whole lot.
Yeah.
Usually those are used to thrown away by trying to snipe bases, but that's what these DTs are for. Oh, wow. Doesn't get it.
Well, that's quite a kill.
And that's quite a kill as well.
Kill.
Well, the kill on the Nexus there is quite a kill. He made this Spinecrawler flower over here. It's very pretty. So later on, that's not going to happen. Probably wants to send a queen over there to transfuse that too.
Yeah, we will see. He might still be able to get it.
How many...
yeah, down it goes. No way to stop that.
Swarm Host over there tries its best, but... You could just remake it, though. It's not like he's dying for minerals right now. Or gas, even. Few Oracles in here to help tag those Broodlords, and he has a very healthy Tempest count here. Really think those Vipers are going to be necessary. He does go with just the 2.
I mean, the Tempests do outrange him, so it makes it a little bit hard, but, you know, if you hide them in the Corruptor Ball, kind of, you can... We see some top Zergs go ahead and use a Corruptor, like... Okay, there they are, the Corruptor Viper Ball, like, really, really well. You kind of, like, zigzag around the Protoss army, and eventually you see an opening, and you just grab a unit.
Gonna throw away his sentries, it looks like. I want to keep one for Guardian Shield.
I love this Immortal drop right now. This is like something, actually, one of the players early on that was doing this quite efficiently was Grubby. He would go after the Greater Spire during Wings of Liberty with his Immortals and Immortal Prism just to lose them. And here we go. It's the same type of situation. Look at that. I guess he'll kill off a Spire.
I mean, the Queen's transfusing, but there's nothing to kill the Immortals, so...
Well, when you abduct them, don't they technically leave the ground?
Yeah. Could have tried to well, I mean, he could have done that to actually maybe buy some time. It doesn't really matter. Cause,
I think this Spire was going to have to go down no matter what.
He's got a Greater Spire still that he can continue to research upgrades with. And
well, he's on 2-2, so yeah, I mean, he's got to get up to 3-3.
And look at that, the +3 attack is done, so he doesn't need 2 Spires.
Oh, did it finish or did he cancel it?
He just finished.
Okay, okay. So, hey, he sniped it right before, so still, that was a pretty good way to waste your Immortals.
I mean, yeah, definitely better than killing an Extractor, so. 4 more DTs, actually. I don't know, did he keep that Overseer over there at that base? Probably, right? Observer speed allowing him to fly around here, like, super fast.
He absolutely has to have detection, like, at every base. Detection, spines, spores, everything.
Yep, he's got it. He's taking those spines to the next level on that base.
All right, losing some additional units now. I believe that was a Phoenix that went down. Doesn't really need Phoenixes right now.
No. He's got 16 free supply. He's going to decide exactly how he wants to make it. Storm drop here.
Okay.
Could be effective.
Well, you're going to warp in a bunch of Zealots.
Oh, this is...
You know what, this might be to, yeah.
Oh, wow. That is cool.
Yeah, that's a really good move. Because you never would expect that, right?
Yeah, that's really smart. I don't think I've ever seen that before. That's... And he actually now could kill...
It's like really smart.
The Spire.
Yeah, kill Greater Spire, kill Ultra's Cavern, both.
Or
really
kill 2 drones. Yeah, he's going to turn those around, I would say. Oh, wow. I'm a little bit surprised he didn't really target those. Okay, now he does.
Yeah, it looks like he's
Queens are going to transfuse, though.
Yeah, he saves everything.
That was
could have definitely killed one, at least, if he had targeted quickly, but, you know, there's a lot going on right now on this map. He's trying to make sure he has the right upgrades, like every upgrade, I guess that would be, the right composition, trying to keep track of what bases Leenock has, likely has, and all this.
More extra gateways, just in case he needs to make a few more, like, Stalkers in a situation, or, you know, when he makes, like, 12 Zealots at one point, you know, he can make even more after that. He's got all these bases still saturated. The whole bottom right of the map is for his to take, because the next composition is so slow. And he lost those Zerglings, so he doesn't have those anymore.
Yeah, I tell you, both these compositions pretty slow overall. Lots, you know, all these gateways and Stargates coming up, he realizes that You know, when the battle happens, these armies are so ridiculous. You're going to have to make sure that you're basically staying max the entire game from now on.
All right, now he's going to actually start a cavalry and maybe finish this off, but he has to lose his DTs first before he can warp anything else in. Lose those in a second. And something's going on in the main base. I'm not sure if he caught that warp prism or... Okay.
Ah, there it is. So he has plenty of lings nearby to stop it. Maybe some DTs to warp in or something.
Yeah, DTs. There's no detection there this time. He's going to be in trouble. Actually, no, those were Zealots. He still has 7 DTs on the map somewhere, but that's not there. It looks like they're over here. Oh! Wow.
All right. Okay, kill.
I mean, the thing is, like, with 7,000, 5,000,
yeah,
that's not, like, the game changer here,
no,
right? But
certainly not. I mean, these 2 banks are gigantic.
300 minerals is 300 minerals, especially when the whole map gets mined up, but we're a bit far away from that still.
You can't count like 300 minerals lost here with what's left at the very end of the game. It's like just too many variables happen throughout the game to look back and be like, well, if you didn't lose that hatchery.
Well, that's like losing like 10 lings in the early game in a normal length game. You know, it's like, well...
Yeah.
He force fielded those lings off, but is that why he lost the game? You know?
Yeah. Exactly. It's a good good analogy.
When it gets long, like the hatchery is comparable. He has 20 gates, so that's a lot of warping potential.
Yeah, 4 Stargates as well. I really like that. I love Protoss players that'll get 4 or 5, sometimes even 6 Stargates. I don't even mind people that get 3 or 4 Robos. Like, just be able to make whatever you need immediately. Like, 1 round should make enough that you don't die to whatever the composition is. 2 rounds should basically max you.
He's trying to kill kill off his probes, but he's actually avoiding killing them. That's so funny. He doesn't actually want to kill those.
So funny.
Because he doesn't want him to make more units.
Yeah.
He will eventually...
Should just send him to mine at that base.
Well, I mean, eventually they will run into Zerg units and die, but the longer that takes, the better it is for Leenock, actually. That's so funny. I always thought, like, you know, what if this situation ever occurred? Okay, now he's just going to kill it.
Yeah, like, just make, like, a wall of buildings around the probes, like,
yeah,
a bunch of spore crawlers, and just transfuse them once every few minutes.
Then you make your armies bigger with the drones.
Well, I guess actually they just target down their own probes with their probes, but that's annoying, so.
He's, like, Psystorms 1 group of probes. He's like, I'm done with this. Well, I mean, this Zealot harassment does continue with all the gates he has. He basically has unlimited warpins as long as he has the money. He's going to go for the hive here this time. And he's going to actually get this base. There's not enough defense here. Take a lot of spine crawlers to defend against this type of army. Corruptor's flying under these storms and close to Archons. A bit sloppy there.
Yeah, he can't do anything to save that base right now. Oh, the hive actually taking a lot of damage over there.
He's going to lose it. The next round of Zealots just got warped in. If he just sends them, then
yeah, it looks like it. Corruptor's coming up. We'll deal with that warp prism, but yeah, this hive definitely going to be going down. And down it goes. Is that a big deal? All upgrades have been gotten. He has his tech building still. I dare say it's not really a big deal unless he loses other tech structures.
Yeah. I mean, if he loses... Well, the thing is, he can also rebuild it. It's going to take a little while, but it's almost if he loses tech structures like really soon, because he's already started it again. It's actually funny that he puts it next to the tech structures, because that means like all of his eggs are in one basket.
Top center actually might be a better place to put it.
Or even top right when that's rebuilt. If it were up, then he could have more hit points there, because that's the base that keeps getting attacked the most.
Because I feel like he's more likely to lose that base. If he loses top center, the game's already over, because that means the top right base that he has is dead. And, I mean, at this point, Leenock is not really mining that much. But, again, guys, don't forget, Leenock is the most magical Zerg. Like, literally, his Infestors and Queens are pretty insane late game. But this composition, MyuNgSiK looks so comfortable with it. He's moving around perfectly. He's played this game amazingly well. Look at this. He's taking all these other bases that are so far apart, it's going to be hard for Leenock to do anything against it.
They're all parasites on the way. Artos wants to help out with these Archons, I think. There are 11 of them. Just as many Archons as there are Tempests. 3 Colossi, Those Oracles continuing to tag here, getting those Zerlings, you know, and 5 High Templar for those extra Storms. Composition is looking almost like...
It's crazy.
It's almost like you couldn't make a better composition, you might argue.
Well, when you think about it, it's like, tell me the Zerg comp that beats this. And you're going to have a hard time. You're like, well, actually, I guess this involves, like, some static D Vipers, Infestors, maybe on the right map, Swarm Hosts. You know, there's no easy answer to how to kill this.
I think that MyuNgSiK is just going to slowly kill Leenock.
Oh, yeah. I think he's already slowly killing him. But if there's one player that can come back from this, it is Leenock.
Not taking that much damage on his Corruptors, no.
That was a lot of damage indeed.
Well, with the tag there, he already knows where they're coming from.
Yeah.
So you can't even really fight while you're tagged.
Well, the Oracles are crazy like that. You know, you get 3 of them out, like he has. It's basically unending tags. You just always know where stuff is. The important units, at least.
Yeah. Whatever you want to know where it is, you just find it, tag it. He's getting vision here again.
Look how careful he's being. He doesn't want to extend his Tempest into the vision line, so he just tags it.
2 gas probes do go down, but he immediately sends them back to where they need to be. He gets those extra cannons up. Solid defense. This base is gone.
Kind of brutal. You know, if you look at the mining, it's actually still very similar. But doesn't it feel like MyuNgSiK is winning pretty heavily?
Yes.
And not just because of supply.
No, just because of the comp. I mean, I don't imagine Leenock ever defeating this. Especially with no Infestors, by the way.
Oh my god, yeah, he doesn't have any Infestors
Not
anymore.
a single one.
That's definitely painful. 31 mutas. Okay, he's switching it up. Now this is a very immobile army. Even though it flies for the most part,
It will
it's slow.
destroy Mutalisk, though, if the Mutalisk come anywhere near it.
Mutalisk can't come near it. He needs to just buy time. That's like, all he can do is fly the mutas around, buy time, and maybe, you know, start working on the base race.
I think that might be his only way. Avoid the army, because we've already, I think Leenock has as well, figured out, like, wait a minute, this cannot be beaten.
Yeah, how do you
I cannot beat it, so I have to avoid it.
I'm not sure I can beat it, so... And I mean, I'm watching from above. I can see everything. It's a tough one. So we'll see what he can get into these mutas, though. I think it's a good choice. It's as good as any, at least.
Well, this base may go down again. He's got 3 Archons over here working on it. And those drones are taking some hits. Thing is, if he just splits Archons around the map at his bases where he already has Storm... Okay, no, he's already switching into Phoenixes. He's figured it out pretty quick.
Oh, boy. Trying to push forward right now, and gonna just end up
He's going to kill these Broodlords.
Yeah, everything there is going to die for sure. You know what? Leenock probably just wants to make 50 more mutas. He's probably saying, you know what? I need 80 mutas. That's what I need.
That might
He's being careful how many he makes right now.
That might be
he has no larva. That's what happened. His queens have been walking around all day, and he keeps losing hatches. He actually has no larva to spend his 4K bank. Oh my god.
Recall home. So many cannons are set there. Phoenixes as well.
Yeah, those
If he gets trapped here with those Archons. Oh, wow. Here we go. Storms go down. And again, just additional cannon damage there. A few Vipers being added here.
Yeah, I think the Vipers are, in fact, a good add. These Phoenixes super annoying right now, especially with those Tempest and Archon. Just all of them covering each other so well. Oh my god. It's brutal. This is like the beginning of every movie with aliens attacking Earth, except the Zerg are the humans here.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh my god, how do you stop this? And it's like just these laser beams hitting everything and everything's dying.
Yeah, that's basically what we're watching. This base is almost mined out. The gas is even almost mined out. And that's the last mining base for Leenock. He's not taking anymore.
Ready, you're up. All
Here
right.
we go.
Storms
Storms go down.
Oh my god.
He gets basically nothing killed before that storm hit him.
Yeah.
51 mutas, doesn't matter. Phoenix is over here. He tries to stay on top of the Phoenixes. The Archons come on top. That Viper gets picked off as well.
What do you even do here? Oh my god, it's so crazy.
Well, I think the
He's
answer
actually done like pretty well with the Muta Corruptor, but it's not enough. With this many Archons in there, GG.
GG. I think that is the only way to deal with this, is to type GG.
It was only 40 minutes. I called 45. I'm so dumb. Really well played by MyuNgSiK. Leenock seems a little bit confused about, but don't worry, Leenock. That's the only map that can happen like that on. In retrospect, Leenock should have neural parasited a probe and made that same army.
Oh my God, he did get Neural.
Yeah. He should have gone Mass Tempest.
Hard to get a probe across the map though with Neural. It takes a few infestors to do that.
Yeah. That's for sure. Or you wait for him to scout a probe somewhere. Or when those probes get sent in to his base, maybe then.
Oh, that could have been his chance.
Yeah. Then you have to go find some without creep. Actually, with Leenock, it's not that hard.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's a slow Protoss army, man.
Yeah.
Maybe he makes a lot of photon cannons.
Maybe. Overgrowth, you think?
Yeah, for sure. If he does anything else, I'll be like, wow, Leenock, I need to have a conversation with you. He like picks Waystation and does a 6-pull. Yeah, I think it's going to be Overgrowth.
I would imagine.
I'm sure his coach would tell him to do that as well.
Well, let's see. MyuNgSiK, the ultimate Protoss.
The ultimate Protoss.
Why attack until best units?
And then throw away best units for best units. Okay.
Overgrowth.
As you might expect.
This is getting more predictable than MyuNgSiK picks. Like,
yeah.
It's,
actually, I think it is. Sometimes people don't pick MyuNgSiK, but like every time they
every
pick
now
it.
and then, like a PVZ, you'll see him pick Heavy Rain or something like that, something weird.
I think this is a 100% pick so far. I don't think there's been a single time where it's not.
ZVP, I believe it is 100%.
It's been picked more often than Daedalus Point was picked last season.
Wow, that's a stat right there.
And
I don't care what the actual bounce percent is, but that's a stat right there, Mr. Wolf.
It's, Light was the only person not picked Daedalus. He picked Frost. But we're going on to Overgrowth here. MyuNgSiK up a game. Leenock needs to come back and win this if he wants to go straight to the GSL Code S.